Yes, I did. Okay, guys, we're gonna start with perimeter, perímetro, and this is gonna be for both fourth and fifth graders. Fifth graders, I know that you're already masters at this, but we're gonna go into a little bit more advanced things with perimeter. So this review, this first video, will do you good. And then fourth graders, I know that we started perimeter and area, and I know some of you, or maybe half of you, already got this down. So let's watch this video. This is going to be a short one because I'm just going to go over what perimeter is, and then on the second video we'll complicate things a lot. So basically, perimeter is all measurements of the sides of a polygon combined. And here's a few keywords: measurements. So to have the perimeter of a polygon, and remember that a polygon is any shapes, any geometrical shape with more than 3 sides, you need the measurements. Okay, so you need to know how much, how long, or how much this side is, how much this side is, to be able to calculate the perimeter. And then it says combined. Combined means to add them all together. So to know the perimeter of a polygon, of a shape, you need to add all the measurements of the sides. In this case, for example, if it's a square that you're dealing with, like here, we have a square here, you will need to know how much is this side, how much is this side, how much is this side, and how much is this side to calculate the perimeter. Now, you can also use the rule, the geometrical rule that we learned, that all sides of a square are the same. So if I tell you that this side here is 5, then you can tell me, well, Mr. S, is that a square? If that's a square, then all sides are 5. And to calculate the perimeter, all I have to do is just add all of the sides, and I already have the perimeter. Good. Or you can say the perimeter is 5 times 4. 5 4 times, which is the same thing. Now, if you have a rectangle, then you need to know this side, this side, this side, and this side to calculate the perimeter. But you can also use the geometrical rule that says that in a rectangle, there are 2 pairs of sides of equal length. So if I tell you that this is 10, then you immediately know that this up here is 10 as well. And if I tell you that this is 6, look at that. So this side here, it's also 6. Oh, messed it up. So now you can calculate the perimeter, which is 10 plus 10, these 2 10s together, plus 6 plus 6. Boom. There you have the perimeter, which is what? 20, 26, 32. 32. Or, and this is for my 5th graders, you can say that the perimeter is 10 times 2. See how I put it in parentheses? Because I want to separate those first 2 10s and then add them to 6 times 2. And here you can do PEMDAS. 10 times 2 is 20, plus 6 times 2 is 12, which is 32. Now, 4th graders, we're going to do this later on. Just calculate the perimeter by adding all of the sides. Or if you understand this way, then you're one step ahead. Now, remember that polygons are any geometrical shape, any 2D geometrical shape that has more than 3 sides. More than, I'm sorry, I should say more than 2 sides. So for example, here, we don't have a square, we don't have a rectangle, but we have a quadrilateral. This is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. Quadri, 4. Quadri comes from cuatro. Cuatro means 4. So it has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a quadrilateral, hence it is a polygon. So if you want to calculate the perimeter of this polygon, all you need to have is all of the sides. Good. Now, polygons can come in all shapes and forms. For example, I can ask you to calculate the perimeter of something like this. Okay, again, what would you have to do? You would have to have all of the sides, all of the measurements, to be able to calculate the perimeter. Okay, good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick challenge for you here, for all of you here. let me erase my board. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick challenge for you, and then we're gonna cut to a few challenges that I'm gonna take you around my house, and we're gonna find a couple of things to measure the perimeter of. Okay, and I'm not gonna tell you the result, but you're gonna post it in the comments. Okay, as soon as you find the answers. And after you finish this video and all of the challenges, you're gonna head on to your Google Classroom, and you're gonna find there a or somewhere sometime today I'm gonna post a challenge, a worksheet for you to do, and then when you have it, you return to me via Google Classrooms. If you haven't gone to my to my website, to my channel, and watch the video on Google Classroom, please do so. I already put it I also put it in your posted it in your Google Classroom, because I tell you exactly what you have to do there to be able to return the document to me. Okay, so here's the first challenge. We're building a community, right? And we're gonna build one, oh look at that, one house. We're gonna build another house here. Oh, this one is falling down. And we're gonna build another house here. So we have 3 houses in our community. Okay, this looks like a barn, but okay. So we have 3 houses, and here's the thing: we have to make fences for all the houses. We have to build fences around all 3 houses. Now, all 3 houses are gonna have the same amount of space inside, so all the fences are gonna be equal. Okay, so all fences are rectangular. All fences are equal. All fences are rectangular. Okay, so if one of the sides of the fences is let's say 25 feet long, and the width is 12 feet, so 25 feet long and 12 feet wide. Okay, if those are the two measurements, how much is going to be the perimeter for all the fences? Find the perimeter of all the fences combined. Okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to pause the video, and I'm going to give you a few minutes, right? Or you pause the video, and whenever you feel that you have the answer, come back, unpause the video, and we'll discuss it. Okay, pause it. I'm not gonna stay here like for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You pause the video, pause it. Thank you. You have many ways of doing this. This is the way, because I was bad at math and I became good by practicing. I like to do everything just one step at a time, right? So I'm gonna focus on one fence. I'm gonna look at this house, and I'm gonna say, well, it's 25 feet long and 12 feet wide. So I come here and I draw my rectangle, and I say, well, I have this measurement and I have this measurement as well, 12. And if I have this 25, that means that I have this 25, and that means that I have this 12. Is that correct? Because it's a rectangle, and the geometric law rule tells me that these two sides are the same, and these two sides are the same. So if I want to find the perimeter of this first house, I add 25 plus 25 plus 12 plus 12. 25 and 25 is 50. 12 and 12 is 24. So the perimeter is 50 plus 24, which is 74. But the problem asked me for 3 houses. So now that I have one, I can do 2 things. I can add 74 plus 74 plus 74. Okay, first house, second house, third house. Or I can multiply 74 times 3. And you're supposed to get the same answer. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21. And 1, 22. Oh, look at that. I didn't even plan that. Let's see. Let's do the addition. 4, 4, and 4 is what? 12, carry the 1. 7 3 times is 21, plus 1, 22. So I would need 222 to build all the fences. So all the fences will have a perimeter of 222. Okay, so we're gonna leave the classroom now. I'm gonna take you around the house and I'm gonna give you several measurements of several things that I found in my house. And the challenge is for you to answer the questions that I'm gonna ask you about those things and post it in the comments, okay? And remember, after you finish this, head to Google Classroom and do whatever I put there, okay? See you. Peace. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I have a small workbench here that I have at home, and I have to build two just like this. So I wanna know the perimeter of my tabletop. So to know the perimeter, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna measure the length and the width. Now I'm not gonna measure 4 times because this is a rectangle. And I don't need to measure 4 times because we already said that in a rectangle, this side is the same as this side, and this side is the same as this side. So we're gonna start with the length. And if you can zoom in all the way here, it says almost 48 inches. So we're gonna round to 48 inches. Okay, so it has a length of 48 inches, and then the width is, again, we're gonna round up to 24. Okay, so one more time. The length is 48 inches. The width is 24 inches. I want to know the perimeter of this tabletop because I have to build 2. So the question is, what is the combined perimeter of the 2 tables that I'm gonna make? Boom. Okay guys, so here's the second challenge. Okay, so this is my living room window, right? And as you can see, it has a rectangular shape. Now I don't mind that large window because that would be too easy. What I did was I went with the measuring tape and I measured the sides of one rectangle, one of the smaller rectangles. So the height was 14 inches and the width, the base, was 10. So 10 and 14. Now, this is the challenge. I want to know the combined perimeter of all the rectangles that make my window. Okay? So again, I know this value, which is 14, and I know this value, which is 10. I want to know the perimeter of this rectangle, and then I want to know the combined perimeter of all the rectangles, and all of the rectangles are the same. Okay? So when you get that and when you get the other one, post it on the comments. Bye. Peace.